Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Total Extreme Wrestling 2016 Developers Journal / Dev Diary. We are here on March 19, 18? I've messed up the dates. 18th. Anyways, let's get to the Dev Diary for the day, right? Alright, we're going down here. Development / child split. Ooh, big one today. Child companies now have two defined types: development territory, and child company. A child company is how it functioned in TEW 2013, basically being self-reliant. It can hire its own talent whenever it needs. Development territory is a new method and means that the company is essentially isolated. It cannot hire its own workers, instead being totally dependent on the parent company to stock out its roster. I think these two should be switched, because the development territory sounds like it's a territory that is just used by this company to be development. So they can do everything that a regular company can, but they also get workers from, say, SWF to develop. But a child company, to me, sounds like, okay, this is a child. It needs to be taken care of. And it's not self-reliant. And that's my opinion on that. Um, Using the latter option gives the user tighter control, as you're guaranteeing that the roster will only contain people that you want it to have. However, this does put the onus on you that you have to keep an eye on the dev territory, as if the roster gets too small, you won't be able to hold shows and will have no way of dealing with that. The user can swap between the two options he wants. It's a one-click change. Control of development upgrade. The user now has a much greater degree of control over all his child companies, or all his or her child companies. Via the new child companies button, the user can access the following controls: roster, schedule, product, teams, titles, and TV controls. In each case, these are almost identical to the version the user has access to for the parent company, meaning that you can do the same actions for both. For example, the schedule screen is literally the exact same screen. So everything you can do for the parent company, changing schedule, adding or modifying events, etc., you can do for the child company too. Awesome. Awesome. Because I'm paying for this child company or development territory, I can literally have them run shows all the time and train their workers so much more. Yes, this is awesome. You can do for the child company too. There are also two new controls: staff and own broadcaster. Staff allows you to assign, replace, or fire the owner and head booker of the child company. The user has total control of this area, so it doesn't have to worry about the AI bringing in a new owner out of the blue. It will always be someone the user specifically went after. Own broadcaster, as discussed earlier in the journal, allows a parent company that owns its own broadcaster to use it to give the child company airtime. These new options give the user a really fine degree of control over his or her child companies, basically being able to fine tune everything bar the actual booking of the shows. And one thing I'm going to add here is this whole thing implies that you are the company with the development with the development with the development territory or child company. It doesn't imply that you're trying to run the dev company. So while this is definitely a great thing for SWF being able to control the dev company, you're in control of the SWF. So you should be booking the shows for your development program. But who knows? Maybe we could become the owner or booker of the company. We still have at least a week left, and probably 4 days after that, if it ends by the end of March on that exact date. So that's still a good 9 more dev diaries that we have after this one, and that could be saying, "Hey, we get control of the dev companies. We can book dev companies now, but we can't book the main company because we're booking the dev company." Anyways, one night developmentals. Similar to the already announced ability to hire a local worker to make a one night only appearance, players who have a development territory now also have the option of calling up any of the workers from there on a one-night only appearance. This is done via the booking screen when putting a show together, like the hire local worker option. As with the hire local feature, there's a special one idea that hasn't become available for the show and then to disappear off the roster without any of the associated blocks or penalties on rehiring. The big advantage to this, as well as ease of use, is that bringing a developmental worker up for one night does not affect his status with the child company, i.e., he does not have to vacate titles, does not lose his contract, does not split up any teams, etc., etc. This also, of course, helps simulate reality by allowing development workers to be brought up for tryouts to temporarily bulk out the roster if there have been injuries, etc. So, this is a great update, and we still have potentially 9 more days of this, at minimum 5. So, I can't wait. Can't wait for what Adam has in store next. And for the next day, and the next day, and the next day, and the next day. It's going to be great. Anyways, guys, that's going to do it for this episode. Hope you all enjoyed. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I will see you guys in the next episode of the Total Extreme Wrestling 2016 Developers Journal / Dev Diary. Bye.